Welcome back to Arise 360. Now, the Super Bowl is only days away, and what would a game be without a party?
Hi. Right. Here to make sure your Super Bowl party scores a touchdown is your guest, celebrity event planner, Yaz Quiles. Hello, Yaz.
Hi there.
How are you?
Very good, very good. Good to be back.
Yes, welcome back, and thank you for bringing all this. It's amazing.
I mean, you've got to walk us through it. First and foremost,
yes.
Can you educate a young British Nigerian woman on what the Super Bowl is and why it's so important and why you Americans have a feast on the weekend?
Well, first of all, it's the biggest game of the year. So you have the Eagles from Philadelphia who are competing against the New England Patriots. And so it's honestly, again, biggest game of the year and so important for so many Americans because it is the #1 sport in America.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's why we have to have a big party, have everyone over to the house, and eat tons of food. Like you brought here. But before we get to the actual things on the table, what kind of thought process goes into putting a party like a Super Bowl party together?
Yes.
Okay, well, first of all, let me just say this.
Okay.
Hosting a Super Bowl party is not for everyone. So let's talk, let's take into consideration whether or not you have the right venue, right? So it's great to have great intentions. However, if you have a very small apartment and you don't have like a very large television.
That's not so shady. If you live in a studio, don't invite me around.
Well, you know, the whole thing, again, big game, very important, and also visuals are really important as well, right? So one thing to consider is the size of your television, right? Because you want to make sure to see all of the action.
Right.
Now.
55 or larger.
That's
only.
right.
We want a cinematic experience.
Exactly.
No, it's true. The other thing that we should consider, especially now, so many people have like Wi-Fi enabled television who don't necessarily have cable. And in those instances, we want to make sure that we don't go to that person's house. Because God forbid if that Wi-Fi goes down, then, we are missing a game and we cannot have that.
See,
That is hilarious.
Okay, so not everyone can throw the party. Got
Not
it.
everyone.
All right.
But we can all come to my house.
There you go.
Oh, open invitation.
Baller.
We'll
Yes.
be there.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Alrighty.
So what about the theme? How important is the theme? I see you have definitely a football theme going on here with the green turf
Is it
down, which
important
is awesome.
to have a theme, or can you just focus on good food?
Okay, well, I will tell you the truth, right? Most football fans will say, as long as you have television, you have some food, you're good. But we don't do stuff like that, right?
No, we got to go big.
No. We have to go big or go home. So in this case, we wanted to stay a little bit neutral and have like a versus competition theme.
Right.
So in this case, we have very much the Eagle side and then the Patriots
Oh,
side.
I get it. Because the New England Patriots wear blue, so you've got the blue sodas.
Exactly.
And the other team,
The Eagles.
the Eagles wear green.
Yeah.
Aha, I'm catching on quick.
Wow, you've thought of everything.
I tried to. I
Yeah.
tried
So,
So-
what are these?
Yes.
Okay, well, I think this is a good segue into how we entertain, right? Because there are people like yourself who may not necessarily be football fans, right? And so we want to make sure that those people are accounted for.
Gotcha.
So a couple of things that we can do there is take them into consideration. So A, do we have a space within our homes or wherever the venue is at where they can, chat amongst themselves, right?
Okay.
B, another thing that we can do is look at the commercials. The Super Bowl is
Everybody loves the commercials.
Yeah, we were speaking about the fact that they cost $5 million for 30-second space.
Well, yep, no, it's really important. And so one of the things that we can do is rate the commercials as an example to make that commercial time lots of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got all these things, and then it comes down to the actual food, of course.
Right.
Absolutely.
My favorite part.
Woo, tell us what you've brought today.
Okay, well, today I have bull bites. And essentially, grazing time is really important during the game because it's a 4-hour game. Can you believe that?
4 hours?
Yes,
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
wait, sorry. What?
But no, you have a halftime show, you have
Exactly.
the commercials, they break it up.
Oh, okay.
A couple of years ago, it was known as the Beyonce concert.
Oh,
right.
do you know what I actually heard about it?
This year, it's Justin's concert.
Oh, okay.
So
So where's the sport coming?
Right? You never know. She might just pop out.
I hope so. Okay, so you focused on lots of things you can pick up and go with, right?
Right, exactly. So one of the things I wanted to consider is having lots of little food that's mobile, right?
Okay.
So you can kind of pick up and go with it.
You mean pick up like this and go with it.
Smart. Very, very smart.
That's what she said. Pick up and go, all right?
One of the other things that to consider is a lot of people have like, diet restrictions, right? So that's something that I really wanted to be accountable for. So as you can see here, like even like the wings, I left them dry and have some sauces there. So
Oh,
you
what
can
kind
have
of sauce you got here?
you have some buffalo sauce, some
Since you
sweet
mentioned the
chili.
sauce. And I love that
I
they're
mean,
in
he
these.
really
'cause
didn't need any extra inspiration to
You're
eat the
eating
food.
all the food.
I don't have to shake it out. It makes it easy. Would you like a chicken wing?
I mean, I would love
Yes.
everything. thing on the table.
Enjoy the party. There you
Why,
go.
thank you very much.
Might I warn you, there's no napkins on this table anymore.
You know what? I think I'm going to save the food for the break so that I can pig out. Because I actually really want to learn about how to throw a Super Bowl party. I don't know what a Super Bowl is. I definitely don't know what a Super Bowl party is. All I have heard is that you're supposed to eat wings and drink beer.
Well, you know what? Those are the fan favorites. But again, I think to open it up to some folks who may not be interested in those type of things, you have so many people who are doing like the Whole30 and are vegetarians and are plant-based diets. And so for them, something like a mashed potato bar or a nacho bar is a really good thing because then they add all the accoutrements that they want to their dish and make it really specific to them.
So you have the things separated so they can have fun and create exactly what they want. It's not just coming pre-ordered and then they can dip. And that's a great idea.
So I can add my cilantro, my scallions.
Let's do that. Let's
Okay,
have
yes,
some.
absolutely.
I did wonder what that was for. So you're just topping up the nachos.
scallions.
Absolutely.
I see.
Add a little
Same with
cheese.
these as well.
Exactly.
And is it important to sort of color coordinate your table to the food, or is that just
Well, not
that just
necessarily the food, right? So in this case, if you wanted to have, let's say,
Oh, I'm making it. There we
I
go.
think it looks good. No, in this case, what you may want to do is, the Eagles' colors are green and gray and black, and then for the Patriots, it's red and navy. So there's ways you can integrate it. So for instance, you have your cupcakes here, and they have red. You might want to put some blue sprinkles on it. So there's ways to make it more colorful and customized.
That looks lovely.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And you have all these little things down here too. Are those meatballs?
Those are actually falafel meatballs.
Oh,
so
very
people that are
healthy.
vegan or vegetarian have options of stuff to eat as well.
Absolutely. We want to make sure that we take care of them as well. They're special people too.
Right?
Now-
that's true. Special people.
For those people like me who don't particularly have any, stop stealing the food, Shannon.
Somebody's hungry today.
No, I'm just making sure it tastes well because it goes along with the theme, you know?
Yeah,
It's like
sure,
a little
sure. Yeah,
football.
yeah.
Quality control.
All right. So for those of us that don't have that much of an interest in the sports, but like you said, we can watch the commercials, and I'm assuming we can also play games.
Absolutely.
So what sort of icebreaker games would you suggest?
Well, there's a couple of things that we can do. There is this thing called prop bets, right? And essentially, it's making a bet on literally any single thing possible. So it could be like, I bet you the next commercial is about beer.
Oh, wow.
Or I bet you the next person who comes on television is going to be a female. And you can place the bets like that, that make it a little bit interesting for those folks who don't necessarily like football.
I like this
that.
idea.
Yeah.
I feel like with this, I can actually, maybe next year, throw a Super Bowl party of my own.
I'll be there. I'm ready.
Hey.
When you're not doing wonderful football parties, you're planning the multi-million-dollar big budget celebrity events as well. Talk to us
Boris
about some of the
Kojo, Morris Chestnut.
Yeah, go ahead. Name drop. Name
So,
drop.
by the way, before we get on to that, can you just secure me an invitation to the next one? Because everyone we've mentioned is a chocolate drop. Okay. Moving on.
I think I have a connection or two.
Thank you, darling.
So who else have you planned big parties for?
I've had the honor of working with such great, amazing brands, especially those who kind of take care of like the multicultural community as well.
okay.
So HBO is a great client, Dropbox, Barnes & Noble, Hennessy, Jack Daniels. I mean, I think I could probably go on and on and on, especially in the wine and spirits world, which is nice and fun.
Okay.
But no, it's been an amazing year, and I'm really grateful for it.
Would you say that there's a lot of pressure to sort of get it right when you're working with all of these huge clients, so from the celebrities to the multinationals?
Always. There's always big pressure to put it on right, especially because they're so specific to who they are and they're the brand guidelines. And you want to make sure that they're who they are as a brand is being kind of put out in the experience as well.
Do you have a favorite celebrity that you like working with? They're just so much fun.
Or that you don't like?
Even more importantly. Yeah.
You know what? It's really interesting because I do work with a lot of artists who perform on stage, and oftentimes I have to ask them to do things that they don't necessarily want to do. But somehow I am very persuasive at it, and
okay.
so
How involved would you say these artists are?
Yeah.
If you have to persuade them to do things, are they the sort of people that are like, hey, no, I want this, and you got to get this right, and blah, 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 yes, what are you doing? Stop! Or are they kind of like, just do what you want?
Whatever.
No, I will say my clients are more of the, you know what, Yaz, we trust you, do what you like. However, if I have, an unruly, artist or something,
Unruly.
usually I'll put my mama bear suit on, right? And it's like, well, you need to get up on that stage, let's go.
Okay. Let's get it done.
I
Get
love
it
that.
Yes. Okay, so I have to ask, everyone's wondering, which side of the table are you voting for this weekend?
Well, I will say this, right? So you can see through my gray outfit that I'm
Yes, and your sparkly skirt.
and my sparkly skirt that I have to stay a little bit neutral because my team did not make it. Who dat?
sorry.
But if we're gonna pick sides,
Right,
I'm
actually
not.
you could pick sides.
I mean, if we have to pick sides,
Yeah,
then-
let's turn this into an icebreaker game.
I know.
I bet you they win.
Right. Patriots have won too many already.
Too many.
Tom Brady has had enough rings.
I was about to say,
give somebody
what
else
team
a
is Tom
chance.
Brady on?
Yeah, he's there.
So they're winning.
Yeah,
again.
Well,
You know,
I don't
think
know they're
they
winning.
should.
You
No,
can't
they're
put that
winning.
out
He's been
there.
injured lately, so
No, but they're winning.
hopefully not. But
Guess we'll
okay.
see this
So wait,
Sunday.
real quick question, because I always have this problem with cleaning up after the party's over. Is there a set rule like, all right, y'all gotta clean up or go? Like, what is the rule about cleaning?
You ain't got to
up?
go home, but you got to get out of
Right.
here.
I would prefer they stay and help though.
You know what I actually like to do? I will buy those containers from the 99-cent stores, like the aluminum ones.
Okay.
And leave them on the table. That way people can take the food home. Because half the time it's like you think you're going to eat it, it ends up staying in your fridge until about a week later. And you're like, I wonder what that is.
Right.
So instead of that, that's the case. And then to make things super easy, what you can do, that's the little trick.
Okay.
Obviously here I have glass, but if you want to throw everything away, you put a piece of garbage, like a garbage bag underneath. And if everything's paper or plastic, you can literally take the bag and just and wrap it all up.
Just throw it away.
That's
and throw it away. As long as there's no liquids on there.
Before we let you go, you do have to tell us how we can get in touch with you, because I'm already considering booking you for my birthday party.
Right.
So, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers are as well. So how can we get a hold of you?
Well, you can look me up on Instagram at Yaz@Pop, or you can look me up on my portfolio site, which is Yaz Quiles, YAZQUILES.
All right, now you definitely have to come back for our Oscars pre-party and
You
show
know
us
it.
how to get down for the Oscars, right?
You know who I'm voting for.
Uh-oh.
Everybody
black.
You already know.
Yes.
I'm not Ken, and we
Yes.
are about to go on a break. Stay tuned for more Rise Entertainment 360. You can take a bite because you're still on camera.
There you go.